Good morning to you, Dory. And we've watched your Twitter, Justin Gray's Twitter, Jamie Dupree's Twitter all day on Thursday with updates on the evacuations, bomb squares. So what has it been like for you all covering this major story there in D.C.?
Yeah, well, what's interesting is that Congress isn't here. So we don't have lawmakers around, even though some of them have been targets of this scare. Yesterday, the Cannon House Office Building, one of the office buildings where House lawmakers have their offices in the Capitol, was evacuated. And of course, because of the bomb scares Wednesday, it was immediately maybe a heightened alert from what it usually would have been. It turned out to really be nothing, a technical issue that set off the alarms, but the reaction made clear that people are on high alert and that it's a scary time as the FBI works to figure out where these bombs are coming from and who's responsible for sending them.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it is a very scary time, and the FBI, they are going to track this person or this group down. They're very good at what they do. Now, certainly a story that is still ongoing, but we also want to get to a story that's kind of been overshadowed by this bomb scare. Thousands of migrants headed north to the U.S. from Central America. Just yesterday, Dory, it came out that Secretary Mattis is expected to sign an order that'll send 800 troops down to our borders. What else are you hearing about that effort?
Yeah, I reached out to the Pentagon to get more details on that deployment. Right now, we're hearing that about 800 troops, active duty troops, not National Guard forces, will be sent down to the U.S.-Mexico border. What's interesting here is that these plans are happening now, this deployment is happening now, and yet this caravan is not expected to come anywhere near the U.S. border for a few more weeks. They're averaging about 20 miles a day and still have more than 1,000 miles to go before they get to the U.S. border. These active duty troops that will be sent there, they don't have the power to apprehend people at the border. What they're going to be doing is supporting other law enforcement down there, Customs and Border Protection, in more technical roles than actually doing the apprehensions of those migrants at the border. Now, we also just learned this morning that the Trump administration is considering an executive order that would actually close the U.S. border to migrants, even those seeking asylum. So we're pressing the White House for more details and when the president may actually sign that order.
As you mentioned, they're still weeks away, but still, Dory, so much going on. We have troops down there at the border, bombs in the mail, and yeah, one of the most anticipated midterms in quite some time coming up in 12 days.
Right.
So thank you as always for your expertise in capping up what really has been a wild week there for you in D.C. We will see you next week, Dory. Thanks. Have a great weekend.